Every day, an estimated 11 Christians are killed somewhere in the world simply for following Jesus. That's one person every 2 hours, just like clockwork. Yet, this harsh reality is something many don't talk about, but they should. Around the world, millions of Christians live in fear, facing persecution, imprisonment, and even death just for practicing their faith. And as we step into 2025, the situation is only getting worse. In some places, churches are burned to the ground, believers are forced into hiding, and conversion is considered a crime punishable by death. From secret underground worship services to state-controlled religious crackdowns, these are the top 15 countries where Christians are not welcome in 2025, and some of these names may shock you. Stay with us till the end, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon so you never miss an update. 1. North Korea. North Korea remains the most dangerous country for Christians in 2025. With an estimated population of 25 million, only 300,000 Christians live under extreme secrecy. The government considers Christianity a threat to its rule, leading to imprisonment, torture, and even execution for those caught practicing their faith. Many worship in underground churches, constantly fearing betrayal or discovery. 2. Afghanistan. Since the Taliban retook control, Afghanistan has become increasingly dangerous for Christians. With a population of 40 million, there are only 10,000 to 12,000 Christians, all living in secrecy. Conversion from Islam is considered treason and is often punishable by death. Public worship is impossible, and Christians must constantly evade detection. 3. Somalia. In Somalia, a population of 17 million lives under the shadow of Al-Shabaab, an extremist militant group that considers Christianity an act of betrayal. There are only a few hundred Christians in the country, less than 0.01% of the population. Anyone suspected of converting from Islam faces execution, forcing believers into extreme secrecy. 4. Iran. With 85 million people, Iran has a Christian community of around 800,000, but they live under harsh restrictions. The government monitors churches, bans conversions, and imprisons believers. House churches are raided, and converts from Islam to Christianity risk execution. In 2025, religious crackdowns have intensified, with many Christians being forced to flee. 5. Yemen. Yemen's ongoing war has made life even more dangerous for Christians. Out of 30 million people, there are only 5,000 to 10,000 Christians. Religious minorities face persecution from both government forces and militant groups. Many believers are forced into hiding, fearing for their lives in this war-torn nation. 6. Eritrea. Often called the North Korea of Africa, Eritrea, with 3.5 million people, heavily restricts religious freedom. About 1.5 million Christians, 45% of the population, exist under constant government surveillance. Thousands have been imprisoned for practicing Christianity, often enduring torture in brutal prison conditions. 7. Pakistan. With over 240 million people, Pakistan's 4 million Christians, 1.6% of the population, face severe discrimination and persecution, especially under blasphemy laws. These laws have led to mob violence, false accusations, and even executions. Christians often find themselves targeted in courts and on the streets. 8. Saudi Arabia. In Saudi Arabia's 34 million population, there are an estimated 1.5 million Christians, mostly foreign workers. Practicing Christianity publicly is forbidden, and conversion is considered a crime. Secret house churches exist, but any discovered worshippers face arrest or deportation. 9. Nigeria. While Nigeria has a large Christian population, violence against believers is escalating. With 223 million people, About 49% identify as Christian. But in the northern regions, extremists like Boko Haram and Fulani militants target Christian villages. According to Open Doors, over 5,000 Christians were targeted in Nigeria alone last year, making Nigeria one of the most dangerous places to be a Christian. 10. China. China, with its 1.4 billion population, has between 60 to 100 million Christians, but the Communist Party keeps a tight grip on religious practices. Underground churches are frequently raided, and believers are imprisoned or placed under surveillance. In 2025, religious control has intensified, with new digital tracking systems monitoring religious activity. 11. Egypt. Despite having a Christian population of about 10%, over 10 million people, Egypt's Coptic Christians face church attacks, social discrimination, and legal oppression. Persecution incidents have increased in 2025, with church bombings and mob violence becoming more common. 12. Indonesia. Indonesia, the world's largest Muslim-majority country, has 27 million Christians, about 10% of the population, yet religious freedom is shrinking. In certain provinces, churches are shut down, and Christian minorities face harassment and legal discrimination. 13. Maldives. The Maldives may look like a tropical paradise, but for Christians, it's a nightmare. With a population of 500,000, Islam is the only legal religion. Converting to Christianity is illegal, and expatriates cannot worship publicly. Christians must practice in complete secrecy, or face imprisonment or deportation. 14. Qatar. Qatar's 3 million people include around 10 to 15% Christians, mostly foreign workers. While some designated worship spaces exist, public expressions of Christianity are heavily restricted, and converting from Islam is illegal. In 2025, religious freedom remains tightly controlled. 15. Laos. Laos, with 7 million people, may be officially secular, but its communist government tightly controls religion. Christians make up about 2%, and in rural areas, believers face arrest, forced renunciation of faith, and even expulsion from their communities. House churches are closely monitored, and the government suppresses Christian gatherings. For millions around the world, faith isn't just a belief, it's a risk. These countries continue to silence, punish, and even execute people for their religion. This isn't just a story, it's a cry for help, for millions silenced by oppression. If this video resonated with you, don't stay silent. Like, share, and speak up for those who can't. I want to hear from you. What did you think when you saw the list? Which country shocked you the most? Let's start a dialogue in the comments. And if you're ready to stay informed and make a difference, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. The fight against ignorance begins right here. Together, we can shine a light on injustice one voice at a time.